It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we've got J.C. Jackson.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their modest 3-game win streak. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
Not sure what you thought, but I thought it was appropriate when he walked into our meeting with his arm totally encased in ice. Because he threw 5 touchdown passes last week and won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award.
Yeah, but reading the paper this morning, and he said, gosh, I actually thought I should have got 6 or 7. But still, it was an amazing performance a week ago.
Boy, I'll tell you what, if he thought he should have had 6 or 7, that's a guy's an absolute perfectionist, not just greedy.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
On second down, it's Jones. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chains, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Jones. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. On play action, they'll throw. Out to his left. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. And now a decision here on the opening drive. 4th and very short, this part of the field. What do you think they do, CD?
I think you go for it. I think there's a lot of game left to be played. I like the advantage that they're trying to create here early. I say be aggressive and try and get it done.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
That's out wide here for Robinson. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. No question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there, and now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Nico Collins. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He's got a man, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Second and 6. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding. Offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll set up a throw. His throw incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. Now a timeout as they tend to the injured player, and not the man they would want to see. That's Chris Olave getting medical attention. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Cade York on now for the field goal. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this will be touchdown across midfield at the 45-yard line.
Here's Nico Collins, and this offense getting set to go for another drive.
Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball, all right? When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, people are going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them. They get scouting reports. They start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. Back to throw now on first down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And probably the wise decision there. No one open, he just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
Well, the element of surprise was there. All right, there's no doubt about it. For us, maybe. But not for the guys on defense. An incomplete pass on the fake field goal attempt.
I guess, though, if you're trying to pick up the first in that spot, why not let your QB throw the ball, right?
You think that might be a better way to go?
Instead of your kicker, yeah. Here's a 2nd and 7. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. He targets Ingram for another grab.
Back to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
He's going to float this one deep right side.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
So here are the Lions to take over. They're on top here as they come up on a 1st and 10, trying to make amends for that lost week at the hands of Seattle.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
A throw over the middle taken in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. The Lions at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they come in off a disappointment last time out. That put an end to their modest 3-game win streak.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
Second and 11. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 37. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
He'll look to throw.
Finding Hockenson here on the out route.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay.
I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Green Bay returning on offense, led by running back Aaron Jones. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you've got a chance to come back to him when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
There's still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got Ayuk once again. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw here. He's going to wind up and air it out. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes. Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Lions offense set to take over. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive. and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it to the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team right on the midfield stripe. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And incomplete on the deep ball. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and the deficit will hold pat at 13.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll drop to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Packers will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember.
Jones hit, and the ball's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try to draw here with Dobbins. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Fields this way. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he's got it down to the 28. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Robinson with another carry. An agile move, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll look to throw here. Open man there is Collins, complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. This is caught. And the Lions are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Packers with the football here late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the Lions going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On second down, a run with Dobbins. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another first down there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A play action fake. They'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. There's Chris Olave. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one drops down incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Back to throw again.
That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Here's Robinson again on second down.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll set up to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
And award that sack to Boogie Basham. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Cade York on now for the field goal.
This from 42 yards out.
York able to send this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. The drive will start with an option going left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left.
And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
2nd and 3. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They're going to look to throw. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Nick Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand They've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On the delay, Jones. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
They begin the drive with Robinson.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Robinson gets the toss on the right side.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw.
He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Back to throw here.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10.
Now a draw play. This is Jones. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And Detroit getting set to go now. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They'll drop to throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he is going to have the Lions first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now back to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's off the mark, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And Ingram holds it in. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
They'll look to throw again. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is caught. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's a Packers touchdown.
That's a lesson right there, never giving up on a play, because that was a near catastrophe. He lost the football down near the goal line, but he was able to keep an eye on it the whole way and fall on it for a touchdown.
Now the extra point. And he's got it. That makes our score now 22-10. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Detroit. 87 yards, the official distance on the kickoff return. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. A shotgun snap, and again to Dobbins. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Cade York on now for the field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
They'll set up to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams takes this one up past the 20 after he's able to make a man miss. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dafe Owe picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Robinson up the middle.
And he gets it down to the 32.
Dobbins running out of the gun.
And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
A couple extra tight ends into formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught, take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
On the give, here's Robinson.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
65 yards on the ground for him so far.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Handoff now to Robinson.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Now a timeout here, an injured player, and that's Jalen Waddle, who seems to be in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
He'll look to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
They're going to look to throw. Touchdown!
Chris Olave
From 4 yards out.
And the Lions are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
That'll be caught. It's Tony.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Odafe Owe able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Back to throw here.
Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And this is caught by Williams. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They'll run again here with Robinson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. In a division game, it's usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for the Lions, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.